Um, but yeah, the true marks of a team is how you react when things are going wrong, slash things haven't gone to plan and things like that. And we've done that today, and it maintains a great record against, against Man United at the Emirates. It continues this season where we've done well against the top six sides as well. It gets a bit of revenge for Manchester United. And it's another game where you see that grit, that determination, that fight. Like even in the second half, you're seeing Tomiyasu, Gabriel, the defenders are trying to punch each other up to try and put the ball in the back of the net. And Eddie could have had a hat trick had he scored that other chance that forced a save from obviously De Gea. But I do think for both managers, when the adrenaline of obviously winning, and I would say the disappointment of having it, for Ten Hag, it's been plucked out your hands. You had 3 points because you took the lead, then it went down to 1 because you was drawing at 2-2. Now you're going home with none off the back of a week where if you was to beat Crystal Palace and Arsenal will get 4 points, it puts you in a good bit of stead. But I think both teams showed a lot of good and a lot of bad, as I was just praising Ten Hag for obvious reasons, but and what he's doing in their project. But for Arsenal, again, how we start games, how we ended it, second half, great, especially the first 20 minutes of that second half and actually towards the end. But conceding silly goals, sometimes the passing weren't as crisp. It weren't that we didn't turn up, but it felt like we didn't have that intensity and quality in the final third early on. But it's about grinding out results, isn't it? And we did that today. Like we've done that today. We've conceded 2 unnecessary goals. At times, we haven't exactly defended cleanly, but other than that, it was more or less a complete performance. And it's 2 informed teams, and football fans have been treated to 5 goals collectively between them, in it, really and truly. So, yeah, man. For Arsenal, as I said, on another day, the improvements, clearly conceding 2 goals, the manner of conceding them, pardon me, could have been a bit more efficient and effective in the final third, really. Could have went up the gears a lot sooner, pardon me. But yeah, apart from that great performance, Eddie Nketiah, man of the match. Again, he scored, and strikers are going to be judged on goals. But for me, forget his goals. It's the work rate, it's everything else he brought to the table, even in the first half where no one's doing bad, but you're looking for standouts. Eddie Nketiah, Zinchenko did very well, in my opinion, as well. Today consistently did well from start to finish. Bukayo Saka never stopped purring, and once he woke up, he scored a wonder strike on par with Rashford. Really, I think Southgate's laughing. He's seen the options he's got at England level. So yeah, man to man, good performance. Granit Xhaka took a bit to wake up, as did Odegaard, but when they did, they turned on the magic. I don't think Gabriel will get his praise he deserves. I think Gabriel was bloody fantastic today, and I also think Saliba was as well, because Saliba's needed to react as well. Want to see a bit more from Martinelli. Showed up a bit, but he looks like he's getting a bit flat at the moment. Benjamin White, yellow card, had a bit of a tough day today. Is what it is, man. No shame in getting ripped by Marcus Rashford, or Anthony did some nutmegs as well. Business as usual. Partey, a couple shaky moments, but man to a man, the desire, the commitment, the work rate, the hunger to want to win this and feed off the fans' energy off of losing is great. United under Ten Hag, or I think since October 2021, I didn't think until then they haven't lost a game in all the games that they've scored first. They have had some plenty of draws, so I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that, people. I'll absolutely accept that, really and truly. I'll absolutely accept that. And obviously, again, just to go over my notes, I think we looked sharp in the first 10 minutes. I think we earned 2 corners. We did look like the sharper the sides. I did think the game looked a bit emotional for both teams. It looked like they was a bit nervous. It looks like these were reading, not that either team was necessarily nervous, but all the talking points us fans would have to say, it looked like they echoed a lot of them, and it needed to settle. I did think at times there was probably too much space, and we were kind of leaving ourselves a bit too susceptible to the counter-attack in the game. But it's lovely to see and there was obviously a period in the first half where United dominated possession, but generally it's also lovely to see my side dominate possession and kind of have a team fearing the worst, like in that second half or the dying embers. And that's typically, well, I'm only 27. I've grown up with United scoring them last minute winners. So it's nice to do that to them, especially because Alex Ferguson's there. And with the social media derby among anything. As I said, first half for me, I just felt the quality in the final third wasn't quite there to test the hail, because it just wasn't really there, really and truly, if I'm completely honest with you. Obviously, it was a fantastic goal from Marcus Rashford. We're playing with fire. Saka and Martinelli could have done Saka and Partey could have done a lot better. Partey especially. I think we've had half chances in the first half and throughout the game, really, but it weren't nothing clear cut. I think we turn it on a bit. A number of players are involved. Partey also as well. Xhaka's put in a lovely ball. He's found Eddie Nketiah, Fox in the box, right place at the right time. And it's almost a good reward for a fantastic team. I think Lisandro Martinez, warrior, as is Varane. I think Varane did a lot for United on the ball, but I think Eddie Nketiah just in terms of 90 minutes, he's doing a lot against them. I was impressed with how he was against Spurs, and I was impressed today. You know, and I think because of everything else he does for the team, I love to see when he gets rewarded with a goal or two like today, people. And it's extra sweeter because last year did he not have a goal ruled out for offside? I think it was a very open game. I think the midfield from both teams in the first half were leading a lot of space, so that gears me into half time. I just want us, we're playing all right, but let's just go up the several gears that we know we've had, people. I think at half time, I think my centre backs in Gabriel and Saliba are doing well. I would have also have highlighted Zinchenko and Eddie and Nketiah. I did think everyone else could go up. Odegaard and Xhaka were starting to wake up, but they're the only ones I couldn't ask anything more at the time. I did kind of think Tomiyasu needed to come on because we're getting caught and he's a bit more switched on, really. So yeah, people, I think we are forcing their centre mids very deep in the first half as well, if I'm completely honest with you. You know, Bruno initially, and then Eriksen's going to always be the deeper one, but we had that, and I did think Man United had problems playing out from the back, and they probably will bring in at a time a ball playing goalkeeper, and probably some centre mids, a bit like what we need generally for depth. Centre mids that can get the ball turned and bring the other players in, sort of thing, rather than just not. They weren't doing it all the time, but just knocking it into the channels for Rashford. And Anthony's decision making weren't the best today, but that's not the first time any United fan has probably heard that. I think Varane's on the ball a bit too much for me. If we could kind of stifle him, there'd be an issue. I did think there were, really United are hitting. It's a close game, but I think they're hitting it into the channels. I think we need to be a bit more aware of off the ball runners. I think McTominay first half forced a good save from Ramsdale, and I just think we need to just be a bit more careful on the ball, apply a bit more quality, be a bit more crisper, calm down, but also energize the thing a bit, and just be a bit more efficient and effective in the final third. Because there's a lot of space, people, as it's end to end, it's an open game, and it comes down to who can exploit that, really and truly. As I said, I just want the main players to just wake up. And at half time, you find ourselves with 11 shots, 2 on target. Man United had 2 shots, 2 on target. So statistically, we're probably the more dominant team, but we're not as efficient in the final third. And B, United are being more clinical because they're not really offering anything apart from that in terms of Ramsdale, but they've had 2 shots and put 2. They've had 2 shots and grabbed the goal. Possession at half time was 51% to us to 49%. So there isn't anything, but we're playing it forward a lot more than them, really. We had 6 corners to their 1. Second half was a bit weird because there was times we was first half of the second half. It's like we're turning up the gears and things like that, as shown with when we obviously made it 2-1 with Eddie. We started creeping into bad habits. We've conceded a silly corner, and Ramsdale's come out. Could Odegaard have reacted quicker? Did we have to give away the corner? I think Ramsdale's got to hold his hands up for that. No, but nothing bad because you've also saved us. But mistakes happen, innit? It is what it is, really. And it's nice to see players in previous years at Arsenal. We might lose today, and we might have sat there and said, "Well, if Partey didn't do this, if Ramsdale didn't do that, this would have happened." Mistakes happen. Keep reacting, and we've seen that all season, whether they've been in big games or small games. People. Long story short, man, we didn't. And again, game management, because neither team held on to their goals long enough. Obviously, we've won. But when we made it 2-1, they scored like 5 minutes later. And again, from a set piece where we've been better. And obviously, when United scored with Rashford, we reacted a bit quicker. So sometimes it's about how good you are at your worst. I won't say that's us at our worst, but and many elements in the second half, we was at our best and things like that. But against the top 6 side, top 4 side, whatever, you just got to get it done, people. And in short, I think we turned on the pressure in the second half and we were better, we were crisper. There was that hunger, there was that intensity. Centre backs are flying in there. Saka's produced a bit of wonderful play as well. And on another day, could have had a second one in similar circumstances. Ultimately, Saka scored, and that we're fighting. Zinchenko, take nothing away from his performance today. Lovely football from him. And obviously, Eddie Nketiah has popped up to get the winner in it, and VAR has bust us. How fitting is it with Alex Ferguson there as well, and David Beckham? I don't know why they brought all of them to the Emirates. Like, this is a nice place to come to. For United, potential 6 points this week. They've taken 1. They have to go again. For us, especially at home, we've done very well. We've done well against the big teams, and we just need to keep going. We need to apply the obvious areas for improvement. Like we've discussed, game management, the way we've conceded the goals, being a bit more effective in the final third, being a bit less open from our standpoint defensively because they're trying to hit us on the counter. But the good is that we show grit, we should show determination. We've got the 3 points. Nobody cares how you do it. Just go and get it. It keeps the form going. Players that aren't necessarily key players like Eddie Nketiah are giving Arteta every reason to have faith. Lovely to see Trossard get a little thingy as well, get a little couple minutes. Tomiyasu off the bench did very well, and I felt a lot more at ease. We just got it done. As I said, I think Saliba and Gabriel, especially Gabriel today, need every bit of flowers they receive personally as well. Make no mistake about that. But in short, we've won the game, innit? So, yeah, people. So I would say in relation to the game, still, that was a serious one. No. Time has been gone. No one's picking up, bro. Eddie in a nice way is proving people they're running, man. They're running, man. They're running. One loss all season. Crazy, man. Oh, emotional roller coaster. If no one wants to hear Arsenal waffle, why are you here, bro? You've been here for like an hour or something. That's the decision making. That's all you can see. Those 2 goals. Come on, man. I understand it hurts, man. But just hold it. Just hold it, man. It's cool, bro. Like, you gotta be gracious. If you was talking nonsense to your fans and that, your brethren, you've just gotta hold it, man. You've just gotta hold it. Winning and losing, bro. This is how I felt at Old Trafford. Just hold it, man. No one likes a sore loser. I'm a sore loser because no one likes losing, but you have to be gracious. Wear it. You lost today. You held the L. If you want to feel safe, at least you scored on us earlier in the season. You gave us our only defeat. You made us want this a lot more. The same way Liverpool got, the same way Spurs got at times too, the same way the Chelsea youths got it. It's the same way it's an M package. Ten Hag, Graham Potter, Conte, whoever, come and get your chains back. Like, come and get your chains back. It's cool, man. We take this and we move, man. Appreciate you lot, man. Trossard is going to be serious for us, bro. You can just tell off his first few touches. Hope so, because we need people. Fully going into gift calf. They didn't have Casemiro, but we didn't have Jesus. Bro, if you ain't got any plans in place and players are missing, it does not matter. It's your business. I've always said that. How many times have Arsenal fans heard me say I've got no sympathy for any issues if we get injuries, like massive injuries, because you know this is a thing. It's crazy, man. I said 2-2. It was 3-2, bro. I believe in my team. I'm just not going to come here like one whore and just saying everything you want. Boy, Man United pack, man. You came to the carpet to watch Arsenal. Your defense is in trouble. It's crazy, man. The wickedest thing is, I think SAKA weren't even that bad today. But obviously, when you look in reflection of the game, I think him and Shaw could have done better for one of our goals. They're not talking enough. You know, Wan-Bissaka's probably given away the corner, if I can remember correctly, which the build-up led to Xhaka's, and he might have even been involved in all 3 games. The good thing is I've got this recorded. By the time we go live tomorrow, people, yeah, we'll react to it. And obviously, when you look at it on the preceding of things, United have rocked up here, 6 shots, 4 on target, 42% of the ball, 386 passes. We've had 25 shots, 5 on target, and got 3 goals. We could definitely be a lot better than that because our conversion rate, for our 5 shots on target, we've got 3 goals. We had 20 odd. Could have put them to bed. 58% of the ball. To their 386 passes, we played 517. To their 4 corners, we had 12. Although I don't think it's as one-sided as that, I think on the balance of things, considering all the mistakes that both teams make, because make no mistake, there's plenty of things that Arsenal and United need to improve upon based on this game, regardless if they won or lost today, that could have been a lot better and needed to be a lot better. But on the balance of things, we deserve to win that, innit? And for United, well, Newcastle United are kind of happy because that means, well, for United, it's not even all doom and gloom because you're still 6 points clear of Spurs. Could have been more today. Tied on points with Newcastle. Arsenal got game in hand. But then, there's stuff to build upon. And I think while results haven't gone this Man United's way, ultimately game management has cost them. Fair enough, Elise screamer. Against Palace, Elise screamer. But it was kind of going that way. And the same thing happened today. And you take your hat off to Marcus Rashford, bro. That's a serious goal. Serious goal. Unfortunately, didn't mean that. All good. You were the better team. You played ball. We are dead without Casemiro and Martial. Oh, Martial pack again. Man, getting pressured by Eddie and that. What happened at Old Trafford? You still talking about that again? You still talking about them thing there again? You still talking about that? Get back in blood. You ain't done no dirts this year. These old brothers. Lokonga was playing in midfield them times there, man. Come on, bro. You know, I'm not on that, man. Come on, bro. What about at Old Trafford? What's the bills at Old Trafford? What happened at Old Trafford? Oh my God, at Old Trafford. We didn't win at Old Trafford. Damn. O to B, yeah. Go It's like, man. United got put in the split. Chelsea got put in the split. Tottenham got put in the split. Shit, dead. We're out of Riz. Don't forget about the Liverpool pricks. Hey, we really doing this. It's cool, man. We really do run London. We've mashed up every London club, including Man United. Half their fans got season ticket holders and Sky Sports. And well aware United got bare fans all over the world and many fans. But for the London ones, for my brethren, that's an easy trigger. It's like going fishing, and I'm just into the ocean quickly, man. It's like, man, time for the shades, man. It's calm. I'm talking about Old Trafford and that, bro. Where's that Anthony today, bro? Talking about old drillings, man. What's all that about? What is all that about? Zinchenko, phenomenal, especially when it became clear, yo, there's blood here. Zinchenko was about inspired. I don't know what he had. Now, one is saying Eddie Nketiah is a world-class player, but he played bloody good. He's improving off the ball and all the other aspects. And since he's come into the team for Gabriel Jesus, he's performed to a certain level. I don't know about this world-class shouts and things. I can only speak for myself. But we just needed him, man. The youngers did it today, man. Jacob, them and there didn't have to do that, man. Just the hail and use. Love for the super chat, my guy. Allow it, man. Had a whole goal offside a week ago. Amen, man. Amen. Bro, it's calm, man. It's calm. Why did they bring on that Garnacho? You don't bring on these frauds. Garnacho didn't even deserve that. I actually think you're good, man. It's more just a fact of this is crazy, man. And a hype for winning a game you were favourites to win. That's cool, but I don't know about favourites because they were saying Ten Hag's tricky Reds and all these things, bro. I'm happy to beat Man United. If you beat Man United, regardless of where you lot on, you might just have half a decent season. The Uniteds, the Liverpools, the Spurs, the Chelseas, these were problems of Arsenal's all season. But I understand it. Whatever you lot got to compensate. Some of you are going to do crack. Some of you are going to do coke. Some of you are going to drink. Some of you are going to do loud. Some of you are going to cry. Some of you are going to start arguments with your wives or husbands. Do what you need to do to get this result. Right now, it's anger. It's what if. Soon it's acceptance. I've been here many a time under an Arsenal fan against your own club. But every dog has their day. Who knows, man? I can't lie. I would have preferred to be like Old Trafford because we ain't done that in years. But Eddie has to start the rest of the season. Big up Eddie and Nketiah, but the minute that Declan, the minute man's talking about rice, the minute